RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs. RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs. X, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs, RX, RTX, GTX, GPUs.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Let me get myself finished setting up here. Welcome to the late Sunday night live stream. See who we got in here so far. Hobbyist Miner, what's up, dude? Thanks for being on time. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Golden Wolf, what's up? Beer Killer, yo, what's up? Anonymous Miner, thanks for being here. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody being here. Golden Wolf, False Prophet, what's up? Wow, Henway, what's up, dude? Mrs. Red Fox, what's up? Thanks for being here. Alejandro, Mr. Miles, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. What's up, everybody? Hope all are doing well. Cheers. Got some IPA tonight. So cheers to anybody that's out there drinking. You know how we do it. Let me know what you're drinking in the chat. I'm always curious. What are you guys enjoying tonight? Smash the like button if you don't mind. Helps out the channel. Let me fix some lighting and stuff over here too. Last minute setup here. So, let me fix this up a little bit. But hope everybody's doing well. Had a great week. Great weekend. Has a great week ahead. All right, coming back around. See if that looks better. Super prepared as always. Getting there. A little bit better. So let's see. Yeah, so what a week, right? Crypto. The market did some things this week. Went down. Honestly, guys, I'm so unfazed by it all at this point. Because it's still, I mean, just like on a long enough scale of being involved, it's just not a big deal. But, you know, I was thinking like, how low are we going to go? You know? Like, is it going to get really low again or what? Not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I was thinking about that. Like, when would I get scared again? I got scared when ETH hit $85 last time, but... All right, so we got some Corona, coffee, Miller Lite. It's disgusting. Sorry, Grant. Ooh, Salama, you got a screwdriver. Nice, dude. Little screwdrivers, what? Orange juice and vodka, I think, right? Mr. Miles, this shirt is from Crypty. They sent me some shirts to wear, which is awesome. Hobbyist Miner, don't think your RTX voice is on. Yeah, it's probably the server power supply. It's on, but might not be taking out the server power supply over here, which is... So what I was doing, I made a video, which I'm going to redo the whole thing. It's a waste of like many hours. And the video is going to be how loud is the server power supply. The problem is there's too much ambient noise down here. Like the floor level noise level in decibels of everything that's happening is like 62 decibels, which is about as loud as like a conversation. So I'm going to redo the video probably tomorrow, and I'm going to shut everything off down here, turn all the rigs offline, all the fans off, and just try to get as accurate as possible to display in a video form how loud a server power supply is under all different types of load. Because so many people want to put this in their setups, but you know, you're like me, you're at your house, maybe this is your bedroom, maybe it's your living room, you don't want this thing screaming at you. What I found really interesting, so I'm running it off of 120 volt. I was able to get this. I didn't test further, but they're still supposed to max out at 900 watts on 120. And yeah, output 900 watts max on 120. I was able to get this thing pushing 1100 watts on 120 volt. It was screaming, but I don't know what's up with that. So I'll have to test it again. Meathead 213, what's up, dude? Are you drinking Last Wave beer? Nice. Brandon. Oh, man. So we're just going to hang out tonight. I got a couple things we could do. I'm going to keep it probably to a tight hour. Pretty exhausted, but... Oh, Gabriel, that's awesome, dude. So Gabriel says he got in contact with Mining Syndicate, who sent me over that ASIC. If you didn't check out that video, they sent me an Avalon 1066 Pro ASIC miner, which is my first and only ASIC, which is I love. It's pretty loud, but I love it. But that's great. Gabriel had a good experience with them. Reserved 3 spots for their January launch. Thanks for the tip. That's awesome, man. Yeah, really. I talked to Chris, one of the owners over there, back and forth. Seemed like a really nice guy, but you're always a little skeptical in the crypto space because of how much scams and stuff are out there, but got good vibes from him. So it's nice to see that worked out for you, man. I think in the community, just word of mouth amongst trusted communities is the best thing to do. So that's it. Matt says, open the power supply. I've heard this recommended before, dude. This is a good, thanks for the reminder. Matt says, open the server power supply up and turn the fan backwards to blow air in because it does exhaust. Maybe I'll try that experiment on that. That's good. Nice. Meathead. Nice, dude. Last Wave. You might be familiar with this then. Nice, dude. Okay, Anonymous Miner says, maybe don't switch the fans. All 3 of his server power supplies are dead after switching the fans. Oh, man. Oh, that's... Yikes. Yikes. If there are any questions you got, just at me in the chat, and we'll keep this chill as always. But what I'm thinking I might do is maybe we'll do some more testing on some GPUs with that new meter I got. Maybe I'll try that. But the other thing I was thinking about, you guys talking about this Raven t-shirt is, guys, it's getting real close to the Raven coin halving coming up in January. So I might want to throw some more rigs on that. I actually have nothing on it right now because anything that was on Raven switched over to Solo Mine Firo, which has been doing not as good as it was in the past, but still doing really well. I have I think I average like 65% luck score on 23, 24 blocks going back a couple months now. So overall, still very profitable for me. But I am thinking about getting some rigs back on Raven because soon you won't be able to get all the Raven that you get right now. Chump Change, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. What else, guys? What else has been going on this week? Let me do this. I'm gonna get this rig off of here. It's still on here because I still got to get it dialed in a little bit more, but I just been moving it up and down off the floor while it's on and getting the test bench back up. So I'm gonna do that right now. Let me move some of this stuff, and then maybe I want to show you what I have a 3090 on that power meter. I want to show you guys what that's reading versus what the software is reporting. And then if we get some time, maybe we'll test some more GPUs on that. But I was really stoked with how the AMD cards were reporting in that meter, which was even better than my initial testing. So they're super efficient, which is amazing to see. And I had not been looking for new GPUs for a little while. I had all the bots that I run kind of just, kind of on the back burner. I just set them up again. So I picked up some more GPUs this week. Though the MSRP prices have gone up even more from last time. So the 6600 XTs, these XFX, are now $650 MSRP. When I was getting them for $450 MSRP just a couple months ago. So now I'm like, is it even worth it to get more of those with those prices? So then I was like, maybe I'll just eye up some like LHR 3060 Ti's or something. I'm not sure. I have to like reevaluate my situation here. Isn't that scary? It's like so much money right there. This is literally what I have to do because I'm out of space. And then there's the test bench. There it is. Oh, man. All right, so let's see. Keyboard and mouse. Start checking this thing out. Red Panda, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Okay, so this has a 3090 on it right now, an EVGA that I have not done the pads on. Where am I at here? So we can take a look. I've had this mining on ETH for a little while. I'll take a look at maybe what it's pulling on the power meter here. Let's catch up here on the chat, please. Chump Change, I will give you financial advice. If you send me 5 Bitcoin, I will send you 10 back with some financial advice, dude. No problem. Got you. Got you. Andres, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Technology ever consider or look into solar power setup? Of course, man. I just, it's like 2 things. I've realized, one, I can't get it on my house unless I take down these like 200-year-old oak trees that shade my house and most of my property. I just feel like a bad human if I do that. And 2 is just I think just the sheer amount of solar I would need would probably be like insane. Like just to run because your solar setups are built for your standard house, and this isn't a standard house. You know, right now I think I'm 18,000 watts is what I'm pulling. I don't even know what kind of solar array you would need for that. But it's something I would definitely like to at least offset, probably in the next house at some point. Let's see. What else? Yeah, Big Staniel says on the 3090 EVGA used some really weird pad thickness. They did. I think there's a combination of pad and like weird putty in there, isn't there? I'm pretty sure that that's what's happening in there. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can get this set back up too. Sorry I'm doing this all live on stream, but busy day today. So if you guys haven't checked out one of my videos, I got this new tool made by Elmore Labs. Matt Electron got one too if you guys follow him. And it helps, well, what it does is it measures the inline power being used by a GPU. So this is the most accurate way to measure GPU wattage. That's it. End of story. It measures, you put PCIe cables right into the meter, and then they go out right to the GPU, so it can measure exactly how much is being pulled over the GPU. And you can do that. It does 2 channels for PCIe. So there's a PCIe 1 and a PCIe 2. This might be difficult. Let's see. So what I was thinking is I really want to measure some riser power, since there's always questions about safely powering risers. And we can see what this is pulling riser power-wise right now. So let me see if I get this up and going here, and we'll check it out. Anonymous Miner says, for solar, I would need a minimum of 300 250 watt panels. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, man. All right, let's see. Let me see if this works here. Cool. Let's see. All right, you guys see that wattage on your screen there, I hope? Maybe I can make it a little bit bigger. So this is at 3090. All right, let's see how we do there. Okay, so 3090 is mining right now. Let me switch this over. So it's pulling 287 watts in line right now, up to 300 watts. And let me see. Switch over here, back on the screen. All right, and we're doing 120 mega hash right now. Now, one of the things I want to look at is what is that riser pulling for that amount of wattage. So let's take a look. So 296 watts, full GPU, 120 mega hash. And you can see that in Hive OS here, if you guys can't see it, sorry, it might be a little small, 280 watts is what's reported in the software. And the thought has been that NVIDIA is really accurate with the wattage that it is pulling in the software. But you can actually see it's a little off. It's pretty off here. We're pulling 300 watts on this GPU, which is 20 watts more than is reported in the software here. And we're using T-Rex miner, which I found really, really interesting, to say the least. And I want to see what that riser power is pulling. I'm like very interested that it's fluctuating so much. This is obviously a non-LHR card, straight up mining Ethereum. It's not thermal throttling at all. But yeah, you can see that fluctuation, 314 watts, 299, 292. But the miner will report pretty much a steady 280. Andres, if you want to pick up one of these shirts, dude, check out Cryptee. I'll have them linked in the description after. Corleone, this is a RTX 3090, and we're checking out the overall wattage that it's using, which is 20 watts plus 20 watts or more off from what the miner is reporting. Now let's check out, if I hit this button, I'm going to switch over to just the riser, which is PCIe probably 1. So let's check out PCIe 1, which you can see there is 52 watts is being pulled, 54 watts. So literally the limit of SATA is being pulled over that riser right now. So 55 watts. So yeah, if you need any more convincing on not to use SATA to power a riser, like there it is. 52, 54, 55 watts being pulled over the riser for this GPU right now, which then means the remainder of it is coming from PCIe 2, which is 250 watts. So anyway, this is my new toy, this meter. I absolutely love it. It's really great to be able to get that insight. It's really especially great for AMD GPUs. And I want to put a 580 on there. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight, but I want to put a 580 on there and just really see what I'm getting out of it. So I think I'll probably test some more NVIDIA cards just to get an idea. But I had this one on the bench, so wanted to go through it with you guys and catch up on chat here. Miguel asked, do you have any 4GB cards currently going? I don't. I've actually never owned a 4GB GPU for mining. I had like an RTX or GTX 770. That was probably like a 4 gig back in the day, but that was before mining. Otherwise, no, I've never had anything less than 6 GB for mining. Red Panda, I saw someone showing video recently using 2 SATA per strand on 3080s. God, man, why don't they believe it? Eric Paul, why doesn't it show memory temps? We're in Linux, is why. It's Linux doesn't support the mem temps on the GDDR6X. You need to use Windows. Yeah. Jonathan Smith, you opened the can of worms, man. What is the recommended way to power GPU? I use SATA from the power supply. Newbie here. Recommended way is PCIe, my friend. That's the cables that go to the top of your GPU, and your riser will have a 6-pin or maybe even 2 6-pin PCIe connections, but that's what you want to use. SATA has a limit of 54 watts. That's like a spec. That's the standard. It's just not built for this kind of stuff, so you don't want to use that. You'll see people that say they've used it for years, no problems, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, but you also see a lot of people that have melted those cables and perhaps damaged risers or GPUs, so just avoid it completely. So what you do want to use is PCIe. Has a clear standard, has a clear spec. I have some videos on the channel on that. I'm not going to go into a rant on it right now. But that's why server power supplies are so great, because you get so much PCIe, and that's why I really like the 1000-watt EVGA G+ power supplies, because you get so much PCIe connections with that, VGA connections. So yeah, that's what I recommend. I think that's pretty much the consensus amongst most miners, and I'm for sure most content creators out there. Just stay safe, use PCIe. Necromancer, how many times you got called a scalper with those boxes in the background? No, they just called me a miner. Man, some of those comments you get on YouTube, I'm sure the rest of you content creators know. There's a lot of built up dislike. Miguel P, best miner for AMD cards, mining Ergo. I'm currently using Team Red Miner. Yeah, anything that's AMD for me is Team Red Miner. That's where I'm at. So, but I'm all Ethereum for my AMD cards right now. But yeah, that's where I'm at. You know what I'm curious to see? Maybe I'll switch this over to Windows. I want to see if hardware info is as accurate as reporting this EVGA 3090 as this meter is, because that's something that we use to determine how much draw is over each PCIe spot. So I'm going to power down this, and we'll check that out. And anything you guys want to chat about, have questions on, just let me know. In the chat, just tag me. Keep the conversation going as I switch this over. Cool. All right, let's get this powered back up here. Should boot into Windows, and we'll check it out. Seda, good to go start the fire when barbecuing. Nice, man. That's funny. I'm going to say your name, Dr. Bootygood. If you had to run a miner that can use both cards, which do you like, Phoenix, LOL, or G miner? Honestly, I use a separate miner. I use pretty much T-Rex extensively for NVIDIA and Team Red Miner extensively for AMD. And then if I'm mining Flux, I think G miner is what I used. But yeah. NC mining, any big thing next year you're excited for? I'm excited for the Ravencoin halving. You know, it's kind of crept up on me pretty fast now. I felt like it felt so far away, but now all of a sudden it's here. So I'm thinking about that. And then, you know what I was thinking about too? I would love to get your guys' thoughts on this, how you would feel about it. But so like this supply chain stuff that's happening, this whole world stuff that's happening, you know, a lot of stuff's hard to get. GPUs, any computer components, cars, it's like everything's so hard. And what I was wondering is like, it really, like, if NVIDIA releases their 4000 series or AMD releases their next series, like, when it's so hard to buy their current series, should I blame them for that? Should I thank them for that because they're continuing to, like, progress and they're continuing to push the envelope and release new stuff regardless if you can even buy the current stuff? I just don't know. So, like, one hand, I'm like, I can't even buy the thing that it's out now, right? This is like the mentality of most people. I can't even buy the thing that's out now, yet you're releasing new stuff. But on the other hand, like, what's the alternative? We just stop any type of progress on technology, and we just, because of all of this, I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, new cards coming out tomorrow, would you be upset about it? Even from a miner perspective, would you be upset because you can't get the thing you want now? Or would you be happy to see that these companies aren't stopping and continuing to release better hardware? You know, same thing is true for, like, think consoles, like Xbox, PlayStations, like all that stuff. Like, across the board, is it right for us to just pause technology, or should we just keep moving forward regardless of current supply chain and world events? I don't know. I was thinking about that. Kind of a big topic for us, but it's something I was thinking about because I'm like, how am I going to feel when those cards get released? Like, excited? You know, it's going to happen, I think. Am I going to feel excited? Or am I going to be like, man, I can't even get the stuff that you have now while you're releasing new stuff? Let's see. Got hardware info 64, I think, on here. Get that open. All right, let me catch up here. Chris asks, are you still doing any split mining? Is that dual mining with LHR and TRX? I'm not, though. I think I might explore some Firo ETH dual mining. Just haven't had the chance. Been very busy. Eric Hansen, what CPU mineable coin are you going to go to if Raptorium price keeps falling? I haven't mined Raptorium at all. Monero has been the CPU coin that I mine. Little Pig, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Nick C, what's up, dude? What if you have a 3060 Eagle graphics card on motherboard? Can you have another graphics card on the PCI riser? Can you run both concurrently? Yeah, dude, absolutely. What else? Mr. Miles says he'd rather see companies continue to push forward. They can sell out a 40 series or 30 series. Either way, they'll sell and people will be upset. Yeah. Red Panda Mining, fire exhaustion. He's skipping 4,000 series. Yeah, okay, dude. Okay. Somebody screenshot that. Somebody screenshot that. Oh, okay. Pastor Dagamoto says, I feel like they're going to do what they have to do and everyone's just going to have to roll with the punches. Yeah, man. Yeah. Magic Lucky says, concern about the 4000 series based on rumors is that their power draw could be a lot more. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where we're at. It's just power draw is just, I saw some of those rumors early on. Power draw is just going to get ridiculous on some of these GPUs. I mean, that's just, I guess that's just the future. CC, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Max voltage, Firo ETH requires 10 gigabyte GPUs or larger. All right, that's good because I got my 3060s, which are what, 12? And then I have my 3080 Ti's as well. So I think I should be good, man. I forgot about that though. Thank you. Let's see. What was I working on? Let's see if I get this thing mining in Windows here. I think I use a block 4 o'clock of 1100 on this 3090. We'll check out hardware info 64 versus the meter at the wall. How bad, all right, Sheep 55, how bad does profitability have to be for GPU buying mania to stop? I feel like people buying terrible deals out of FOMO. It's hard, man. You know, I had this moment of, for so long in this last year, I just was like, I'll just buy GPUs. Let's just go because I have so many that are paid off from being in mining that I can pay off new GPUs pretty fast. Oh, I gotta set this whole thing up. But you know, I took a little bit of a pause when I bought that. I might still cancel. I bought that 6600 XT for $649. I was just like, oh my gosh, like now I'm getting close to $649. What's the break even before the merge on Ethereum, which is what, summertime? Like, do I want to be doing this? It felt really good to clear out of all of the backlog of GPUs that I had and just know like what I have is what I have. And then I turned some of the bots back on and I picked up some 6600s and 6600 XTs. And I'm like, do I want to do this or do I want to just be good with what I've got? It's tough. I don't really go seeking like deals used or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to really sit down and look at some of the numbers, I think, to figure it out. You know, obviously with the crypto prices coming down too, you think about that. This ain't going to last forever. It's hard to tell you guys. Let's see. I think I'm doing this right. Let's see. It's been a while. Cool. All right, we'll get that settled, and then we'll do some overclocks on it. Black Bear Crypto, what's your go-to CPU and Movo combo for a 6-card miner? Congrats in advance on 50K. Thanks, man. I think I hit 45K subs today, which is just wild to me. Go to CPU and Mobo 6 card. Man, in the past, it would have been actually this board that's in this test bench right now. This is a gigabyte mining motherboard that's in here, but you just can't get them anymore. And then that's just like a cheap Intel G3900 or 3930 that's in there, but you just can't get those anymore. So I really liked that. Although these are really hard to get too. It's the MSI Z390 Pro, and then whatever Celeron processor goes with that. That was the one I really liked. And then what else did I just get? Yeah, this one I like too, actually. Pretty much these Z390s. And I'm sure there'll be some great people in chat who will have other recommendations. But Z390s is another gigabyte that I got, well, with just whatever generation. I think this is 8th or 9th gen Intel Celeron processors. So I got a few of those going. I like those too for 6 cards. I think you can get probably up to 8 on them using the splitters and stuff. That's what I've been using. Chris Williams, have you ventured into coin staking? Any recommendations? Ooh, I gotta get the fans up on this. My VRAM temps are getting toasty. Switch back over. Staking. Yes, I stake ETH. Actually, I was thinking about this. It's funny you bring it up as I struggle to get this here again. So I have ETH staked on Coinbase, converted it to ETH2. Just thought about, like, you know, what's an amount I would be comfortable with holding for a long time and maybe not trading or taking profits on. And then I did way less than that number. But I was actually just thinking, because I really don't plan on selling ETH for a long time. And like, there's some ETH, you guys know I sell every week on average just 1%, just to pay for all this stuff that I've invested in, so I don't go into bear markets with overhead. Talk about that all the time. But there's this stockpile of ETH that I don't plan to do anything with except stake when proof of stake comes out. So I'm like, shouldn't I just be getting interest on this because it's sitting in cold storage? So I'm thinking about upping what I have on Coinbase because it's done really well, the staking on there. But beyond that, I have stuff in Uniswap from when they had liquidity mining, so I'm gaining interest there. And I have stuff in the Celsius app as well. It's more of like a centralized way to gain interest and on stake. So I have ETH in a few different places, but I think Coinbase is probably my favorite, having it in there. And there are others out there that just haven't tested as well. But you gotta get your crypto working for you. In my opinion, if you have crypto just sitting in a wallet not doing anything, you gotta get it working for you. And that can be staking, that can be running master nodes, that can be getting interest in a bunch of different ways. It's just additional passive income sources coming to you. So I really, I don't want anybody to be in a moment where it's like 10 years from now and you're like, man, if I just looked into staking or gaining interest, I would have so much more money now, over all of that time. None of this is financial advice. I guess I'm supposed to say that so I don't get in trouble, but you got to make your money work for you. And crypto is the same thing, in my humble opinion. And I have to take a little bit of my own advice and do a little bit more with that. But I'm glad that I've done what I've done up to this point for sure. Let me get the fans up on this thing before it starts to melt. I'm gonna open up MSI Afterburner. Thanks everybody for being here. Alex Burton, what's up, dude? Whoa, that's the biggest MSI Afterburner I've ever seen. Let's scale that back. Whoa. All right. Fans, 100%. let's cool that down, and then we'll check out some overclocks, and we'll look at what hardware info is reporting, because this has been considered some of the most accurate readings of PCIe on NVIDIA cards, because it has it all broken down. So let's check it out. This is what we're going to check out here. It's got the PCIe 12 volt, which is the riser, and then the two, it's got 2 8 pins and then a third 8 pin on the top of the card. So we'll check that out. Let this get a little cooled down here, pump it up, and see how accurate that is. I just want to test out this meter. That's it. Chump change, yo. Yeah, Red Panda, good call with staking and gaining interest on that stuff too. Centralized, there's the pros and cons here. So we'll talk about it for a second since you brought it up. You have decentralized, like Uniswap, right? It's based on a smart contract written on Ethereum. Risk. Smart contract has a bug on it. Somebody exploits it, steals all of your funds. You never see them again. Risk. Along with a lot of that decentralized stuff, there's, you learned this like during DeFi, guess what? A year ago, there's a lot of new DeFi, decentralized finance places that will open up that will promise really high interest rates or staking rewards or whatever. And there's just like, yeah, you could go do that, but there's this huge risk associated with it because their smart contract hasn't been tested. It hasn't been thoroughly vetted. So there's a huge risk you lose all your money too. So that's like DeFi, the way I think about it. And then you go to CeFi, which is centralized finance, which is all the apps you see like Crypto.com and Celsius and Coinbase. The risk there is too, yeah, they're a centralized place, but like they shut down, close up shop, delete their app. Like your money's gone there as well. So there's like a huge amount of trust that goes into all of this, which is why for me, I look at things that maybe have some history behind them. Am I looking at this has been out for 1 month? Am I looking at this has been out for a year or 2 years? Has their code been reviewed? If they're DeFi, can I trust them as much as I can if they're centralized finance? Those are all the things that I look at. But it's if you haven't looked into any of that world coming from mining, it's just like learning mining from scratch again. It's a whole new world, especially when you get into DeFi stuff. I remember when I first started learning about it, I'm still learning a lot. It's just like, I was just like overwhelmed by the amount of stuff to learn, especially with all that DeFi and smart contracts and that was a lot. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. All right, let's see. Got them VRAM temps cooled down. Push this memory overclock a little bit. Let's just get it to like 1,000, see where we get on this 3090. And we'll check out power consumption. And if you guys have any more questions for me, just throw them up in the chat. We'll go for like another 15 minutes or so, I think. Alex, reason I'm on EU on Ethermine, it's just the default. Everybody always asks this. It's just the default batch file in T-Rex. This is just the test bench. I don't actually mine to the EU one for where I live. Dude, there's so much going on in like, I don't know if you guys are into NFT stuff. I can't, there's not enough time in my life to learn NFTs. I feel like at this point with crypto, there's like all these segments. There's like mining, there's investing and trading, there's mining, There's all the DeFi. I have a buddy who's like so into DeFi stuff. And then there's like another old coworker I have is just so into the NFT stuff. And I'm just like, they ask me all these questions about like, have you done this crazy coin I never heard of on this crazy decentralized finance I never heard of? I'm like, no. Or they're like, are you doing like horse racing on like, I don't even understand what's happening. I don't understand it. There's so little time. Mining has just consumed it. So it's interesting. It's like everybody's picked a certain job inside the crypto space that I'm surrounded by. Some of the friends that I have, I'm the miner. Some others are traders. Some are doing NFT and DeFi stuff. But it's like none of us know what each other are talking about. I'm like, guys, did you see the Flux price go up? And they're like, what the heck's Flux? And then one's like, do you know about Zed horse racing? And I'm like, I don't even, what is that? And then like the NFT stuff, man, it's crazy. I can't keep up with any of that stuff. I don't know about you guys. I just don't have the time or the capacity. So 120 mega hash, 284 watts. All right, so let's compare that to the meter at the wall here. So again, meter pulling more, about 20 watts more at the wall here. We're in line here over this 3090. And if you're just tuning in or if you've just tuned in recently, this meter, and I have a video on this, is reading in line over PCIe. Let me switch it back over here. So it's taken out any power supply inefficiencies completely out of the equation. And it's just doing it. What is this GPU pulling over PCIe from the power supply? That's it. And so what we're finding here right now is that around 20 watts more are being pulled in actual on hardware on NVIDIA, which is thought to be really accurate in the software than what's reported in the miner. So there you go. Both AMD and NVIDIA are, at least on this 3090, this EVA 3090, I'll test more, are inaccurate in software compared to what is actually pulling in line over those PCIe cables. And one of the tools that are widely used to determine input power is Hardware Info 64. And let's just check out the 12 volt rail, which right now, according to this, that's the riser, is pulling to 52 watts. And we can isolate that as we did before. And that is PCIe 1, and it's pulling 52 watts. So that's really accurate. So the inaccuracies look like they're going to stem from the actual PCIe plugs on the top of the GPU. So I don't know what to do with that information. I just thought it was interesting. CC, what's up, dude? Like your new meter, one of the best buys in 2021. Thanks, man. I've had a ton of fun. I was so excited for this thing. If you guys watched my video, but I was so excited for this thing. I was like waiting 4 weeks. I was like a kid in a candy store when that came in. I could not wait to test it. EJ, my 39 is up to 125. Yeah, I can push it more. It's not the point of this testing right now. I just wanted to see how accurate it is at the wall. But yeah, and this can get 125. I think I still have to test more Team Black miner. You can get, I think, up to 132 or something like that on this. But yeah, this is just test bench just for testing. I don't mine full time on this computer right here. Alex Burton just got your first NFT tonight, Virtual Land in Next Earth. See, that I don't even know what that means. That is, you're speaking a different language to me, man. People are buying virtual land now? Is that where we're at? Big Staniel says there's a crypto video game called Sandbox that's basically Minecraft, and someone built a super mega yacht and sold it for almost $500,000. Oh, is this, I don't know. What a wild world we live in. What a wild world. Big Daniel, I have the same 3090, was able to drop my memory temps to 90C by only doing the ones on the back. I put 1.5 millimeter copper shims and 1 millimeter pads between the mem and the backplate. Actually, that's it, man, because I still haven't done anything on this yet. And I've seen, I kind of get caught because I've seen some people take like the easy route and they just essentially put a huge heat sink and zip tie it around the GPU. And that works. They don't have to open it. But then I'm like, try to just do it the right way and open it up and replace the pads. It's just annoying because I have a bunch of GDR6 cards to do, as I know many miners do. And it's just like, it would be like a day of work to replace the pads on all of them. Sour Pools, what does getting a stale share mean? Stale share just means that your share, it's like usually like just like a latency issue, whereas your share was accepted. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's your share came in and hit the pool after the pool hit a block, or like right around the same time the pool hit a block and it wasn't included in that block or something like that. But it's just normally latency is what it drives it. And stale shares can be okay. You just want to keep an eye, keep them low. Black Bear Crypto, when Firo Masternode, you must be getting close. Not as close as I wish I was, because those 3080 Ti's haven't been on it. They've been on LHR mode on ETH because that one keeps dropping off when I mine Firo. So it's really interesting. So I did it in one of my videos. I have a 5-card 3080 Ti rig, plenty of headroom on power, and I've tried everything. And one of the For the Win 3 3080 Ti's, if I mine Firo on FiroPow, after about a half hour, it's almost like the same exact accepted share will drop off. The rig won't crash. The GPU will just drop off the miner. And then the rig will keep mining with the rest of the GPUs. Does not happen on ETH. Only happens when mining Firo. Tried everything. If it mines by itself, no problem. Multiple computers. Tried it all. Tried every recommendation everybody's had. I don't know what it is, other than it's something about that algorithm that is just, that GPU is not built for. That specific one just can't handle. But it's just killing me. Travels. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming to hang. Appreciate you being here. Oh, yeah. But yeah, guys. So coming up this week, I got a video probably Tuesday that I filmed, and it's just talking about how I've made my setup more efficient over time. You know, some of the GPUs I've phased out, my thoughts are, how I've consolidated rigs, and then, you know, talking about reusing this heat that my GPUs are generating to heat my house, which it's December 5th. It's currently, the low is going to be 28 degrees. And we've had some nights in the 20s. My house is staying 79 degrees. I have not had to turn on any sort of heat yet for my furnace. You know, we're on one side of my house right now, so all the GPUs, the bedrooms are upstairs. My son's room, the office, and the master bedroom are all right here. So all of this heat just goes right up. And on the other side of the house is the garage, which shares a wall with the living room. And I have a bunch of GPUs in there and then the ASIC in there. And so that is just getting heat transferred through the wall into the living space there. So I think I have all bases covered, but I'm gonna get all this hooked up to my ductwork soon too. That's what I did last year, just to get all that heat right into the central HVAC system and then supplied evenly throughout the house. Ryan Woods, what is the frame you're using? I really like it. This one, this is Thermal Take. I think this is the P3. I should have it linked down in the description. This is great. I can't think of a better test bench. It absolutely does everything. I love it. I love being able to get cards in and out. Multiple cards on here. I can put cards up on stands, on the bench. I have Linux, I have Hive OS, and I have Windows on here, so I can switch back and forth easily between operating systems. Got the meter mounted here. I love this thing, man. I absolutely love it. Chris Williams, is it safe to mine ETH and get paid in BTC on 2 miners? Thinking about trying it out? Yeah, man, I haven't done it myself, but I know quite a few have. I think even Red Panda did a video on that. So yeah, it's legit. 2 miners is legit. I still have some stuff on NiceHash paying out in BTC. But yeah, I think those are those are good solutions. What you got to think about is like just your goals. You know, do you want to stack Bitcoin? Then stack Bitcoin. That's something that I've shifted my mindset to a little bit more recently. I did a video on it. Just everything became so heavy Ethereum because of profitability that I wasn't happy with where my Bitcoin was at. So I've shifted. You know, I got the ASIC on that. I got some GPUs on NiceHash on that, just to keep adding to my Bitcoin holdings over time. Corey, will you be doing any content with an RTX A5000? I don't have any plans to. I haven't bought one. Those ones seem like pretty price per mega hash, pretty too far out of reach for me. But I do have some A4000s that I bought. There was a deal somebody sent to me on like Cyber Monday, and it's if you bought this Dell workstation, you could buy it. So it's like, you know, buying a pre-built, which I've done before, and you can get it with dual A4000s. And the price, after all is said and done, this is not even counting reselling the rest of the computer, but the A4000s will come out to being like $800 or less a piece, which is great because those are essentially 3070s, non-LHR 3070s that I'm going to get for $800 a piece. And that doesn't count me reselling the rest of the system to take back even some more from that. It's just a really insane deal. January is the shipping time. I hope that actually happens and doesn't get delayed. But I'm looking forward to that. But so I have those A4000s and I still have some A2000s on order that I'm not holding my breath on, but I'm sure will be fulfilled at some point. Adventures of Coyote. I've noticed in some of your recent videos, you have some software that summarizes all the different rigs' profitability in real time. Yes, good call, man. That is Awesome Miner I use for that. And spoiler alert, I'm switching everything over to Hive OS slowly. But Awesome Miner is what I've used on Windows for many, many years. And you can still use the API of the miner to feed that same information into Awesome Miner. And you can use it to measure real-time profitability and the stats of your GPUs in one central place. I just love seeing like my actual profitability. It will adjust based on network difficulty and current pricing in real time, which a pool necessarily doesn't do. And I find that really helpful. So yeah, that's called Awesome Miner. I have an affiliate link if you don't mind, if you're curious, in the description of my videos. EJ, any update on my Shop BLT order? That's the A2000s. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Still feel confident because I was in the first 100 placing an order, but you know, I know how it goes. I know how it goes. Black Bear Crypto, see you, man. Thanks for coming. Yep, CC 2200 for the Dell PC, including the dual A4000s. Yeah, I think I was around there. Maybe I found a way to get a little bit lower, and then the 15% cash back on that was really good with, what is it, Rakuten? I've never used it before, but that was yeah, that's pretty legit. I hope that thing ships actually in December. That'd be awesome. All right, what else, guys? Otherwise, I'll start wrapping this one up soon. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Appreciate you guys. Hope you smash the like button if you haven't already. Sorry about last week, taking some time off the live stream, but back at it again. JP, what's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Motop, it says, Dell has been good about their shipping dates. His 23080 non-LHR came in when they said they were. All right, that's good, man. Yo, I just saw somebody in my Discord got, what was it? Their NZXT pre-built they bought came with a Founders Edition 3080. Talk about luck. That is sick. That is awesome. Happy Dictator, what's up, dude? I didn't think you could get a Founders Edition in a pre-built nowadays. So that was incredible. So yeah, I got that video coming up this week, just talking about some efficiency stuff, just talking head style video. Hope you guys like it. And then I am probably tomorrow going to film again the how loud is a server power supply video. but I'm going to turn everything off, and it's going to be really quiet down here. And I'm just always get nervous when I do everything off, just because like when I turn it all back on, if it doesn't work, then I got to burn hours troubleshooting. But I'm going to do a video on that, and then I'll just think about maybe doing something around Ravencoin's halving coming up, and maybe what some of my plans are for that. But I think that's pretty much what I got coming up this week. Oh, and then I might start figuring out some type of enclosure for that ASIC in the garage, just to bring down the noise a little bit. So I have some ideas. Might take a trip to the local home improvement store and try figure something out for that this week as well. And then we'll do, live stream next Sunday too. But oh, and yeah, and hobbyist miner, I owe you a DM back. So spoiler alert, I don't know when we're going to get out there, but one of the things that hobbyist miner, Chump Change, and I we're talking about collaborating on, and will be a thing, is we're going to call the Mining Roundtable, and it's just the three of us, maybe with guests at some point too. And we're just going to get together maybe once a week or so and just film a video, just kind of like podcast style, just talking about what's going on in our worlds of mining. And then we'll take maybe some questions ahead of time, topics ahead of time to discuss through with each other from the community. I think that'd be really fun. I know, like, for me personally, coming here and chatting with all of you guys means a lot, because in my life, I don't have, like, there's not people, I don't have friends that do this. I don't know if you guys do. Like, I'm the guy that does mining. And so it means a lot to be able to talk to other content creators, talk to all of you, and be in this community, because we're all doing the same thing. I don't have a community doing this in real life. I have you guys. You guys are real life, but you know what I mean. So I always appreciate listening to what everybody else is doing, just being a part of that community. So I thought, what if we all got together and we just talked for an hour, just as people going through similar journeys together? Would people that, pay attention to our channels like something like that, just to tune on in the background, put on the way to work, just to listen to, kind of like podcast style? So we're going to get working on that. I hope you guys enjoy that type of content. Please let us know once we get it out there, and then I'm sure it'll grow and evolve, as we do it more. But yeah, so a little spoiler alert, we got that we're working on, getting out there, hopefully before the end of the year, if not right after the new year. But I think I'm going to wrap this one up tonight. Appreciate you guys all being here. Happy Dictator, I'll be your real life friend, bud. Thanks, buddy. Thanks. Appreciate that. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. Appreciate y'all being here late Sunday evening where I'm from. We, just answered some questions you guys had in the chat, had a good time, had some drinks, looked at some power consumption with my new meter here. Hope you guys enjoyed all of this. Have a great week ahead. Tune into any videos I post. I really appreciate it. Smash the like button on this if you haven't already. And please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Proof of work. proof of work.